Is it hard for you not to say anything though? Because you'll comment on issues that don't got anything to do with you, but you comment like on all types of issues, serious, funny, all types of things.
I mean, it ain't. I just when you get up in age.
You ain't that old.
Still a young man, brother.
When you get up in age, you get to where you don't care nothing about what nobody think about what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, I survived the crack era.
Yeah, right. Facts.
Yeah.
Can't none of you Instagrammers tell me nothing. You know what I'm saying? I think, but that's the thing. It's about leadership and direction. And most of the time, man, cats make moves. You know, and you know, just put the goofy suit on because they hadn't been directed or instructed or exemplified any different.
Yeah.
There you go.
You know what? I want to ask you about this just because we haven't seen you. It was back over the summer, but you did the song and had that debate back and forth with Kanye West. Then soon after that, we had Kanye in the studio. And where did that kind of end? Did y'all just kind of end where we agreed to disagree?
Man, it left on a positive note, and you know we had a very positive exchange of dialogue, and then he went to the White House.
Right.
I was done. I was done.
Yeah.
And I couldn't stomach that one.
Yeah.
Where are you
That
at?
was hard to watch.
Where are you at now with music? Not your music, just hip hop overall in general. A lot of the new acts coming out, and who do you like? Who are some people that T.I. like put a stamp on? You know.
I mean, man, it's a few cats out there getting down. I mean, I respect, you know what I'm saying, the come up of a lot of cats that I knew personally, you know what I'm saying, before I guess they made they introduction, like Gunna, you know, Lil Baby. Then there's new cats like it's a dude named Duke Deuce out of Memphis. He hard. Man, but music it kind of depends on how I feel that day. You know what I'm saying? I really love Anderson .Paak.
Yeah, he's incredible.
He go hard. Man, he put me on the spot. You know,
You named a lot of
No,
people.
you know, we always want to know, like, what do
My recent
rappers,
library.
like, what do the top MCs listen to? You know what I'm saying?
I
ride.
listen to classics.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I still listen to
Oh, I saw the
All Eyes
videos.
on Me and Machiavelli
Okay.
and, you know what I'm saying, some Biggie.
But
Rakim.
old
wait,
Kanye.
Yeah.
put the R&B songs that you was playing on you and Tiny's vacation. It was
That
some-
wasn't even that wasn't
the
my
music that was playing in the
phone.
background. That was older
That was my
music.
phone. I don't remember.
That was a James Brown
Yes.
band. That was
That was my cousin. That was my cousin. Yeah.
Not to change the mood, but definitely got to acknowledge you got the marathon hoodie on right
Yeah.
now, which I think is love. And you talked about it a little bit on IG, but our first conversation, just, you know, we're all so devastated about the sudden passing of Nipsey Hussle, but you just talked about how it changed you on so many levels.
I mean, you know, it kind of like seeing myself in a bad situation. You know what I mean? So I think that we all have to, you know, kind of take it as a lesson. You know what I mean? And use it as, I mean, some positive influence and reinforcements moving forward. Make the necessary adjustments. You know what I'm saying? To redirect the path. I think that's the only thing we can do from it.
I love it.
You know what's interesting to me, man? I feel like we're in this space now where, you know, we go back a decade or two and hip hop was at a certain stage, right? And now artists like yourself, artists like Jay-Z, you know, you guys are veterans.
Wait a minute. I'm not a billionaire yet.
No, I'm not even going money, bro.
Fixing your mouth to ask me to borrow some money. Let me let you know right now. Not putting my income up on the internet.
I'm not even going to the money. I'm talking to the fact that now I feel like there's two generations of hip hop, right? So how do we?
It's three, really.
You say it's three? All right. Well, either way, my question still
you
applies.
got the late 70s, early 80s. You know what I mean? The Curtis Blows, Run DMC,
Yeah.
Sugar Hill.
you know, Sugar Hill Gang and all that, man. And you know, then it went into the next generation of
Sure.
Nas's and Jay's and Biggs and Pox and, you know what I'm saying? Then it came on into our generation. But that's four.
Yeah, because you still got the Chief Keefs and stuff of the world.
So my question is, how do we get, as the game develops, because it's always going to evolve and change, but how do we get the younger artists to maintain the integrity?
Man, I mean, you're going to have some that do and some that don't. And you have to accept those that don't and appreciate those that do. You know what I'm saying? Everything ain't for everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If everybody came and held everything in the same regard, then I wouldn't be special.
Right.
I could dig that.
We gotta go in a second, but I want to say first of all, I love Tiny was our guest, and T.I. came to support his wife, which I think is so awesome.
I was lost.
Yeah, we know you were lost because you was calling her during her interview, but you figured it out. But this is my first time. Well, I mean, I've seen y'all together before, but the whole time you're talking, I get to see Tiny in the back just smile like that's my husband right there. I love this unit.
That's cap.
No, Tim, she was talking very good about you. She was saying, Tanya, what'd you say? He's my protector. You know, we've been together 18 years. She had really great things to say about you.
I got great things to say about her, too.
So go ahead and say it.
I think she's great.
Yo, man, real quick, because I know you busy, man. You got to do things. How can we get the hip-hop generation of the day? I feel like Nipsey Hussle, going back to the whole Nipsey Hussle thing, I feel like he got his flowers after the fact. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, how do we
that's
get...
That's not true.
No?
We all shared our praises for him while he was here. You know, those of us that knew
him. That's what I mean.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It was kind of, one of those hip hop's hidden jewels. You know what I'm saying? And Nip was, he was like the kind of guy that you see at the corporation that started working in the mailroom and worked his way all the way up to CEO. You kind of got a chance to see that journey and watch the progress and the evolution, and you know what I'm saying? So to see where he took it from where it came from, like that's inspirational for me. You know what I mean?
Well, maybe a bad analogy. I mean, overall in hip hop, do you feel like I watch on the rock side where cats pay tribute to the Rolling Stones, they pay tribute to the Red Hot Chili Peppers. What can hip hop do so we start respecting and showing love to some of our greats? Even I feel like it's a gap, like it's a space there.
Where the gap at?
Like, I mean, I would love to see a tour with old school South with new school South. A big major tour. Like, you see Green Day go out with...
Like, you got Rock the Bells. You got the Wiz Khalifa Snoop Dogg tour. Okay. You got, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's been... I think we just all kind of, like, choose our niches and lanes and... You know what I'm saying? We have our packs, people, like-minded people that we feel like we could associate with more than others. I think everything is taking a natural transition. It might not be moving in the specific way that we want it to right now, but if we just kind of look at it, hip-hop has always been at a place where you had the things you love and the things you didn't. So this time is no different, because when people talk about this generation and how they move and what they do, there's also people like J. Cole and Kendrick and,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Like, they're of this generation too. So you cannot acknowledge the ones who may be misdirected without taking consideration for those who kind of are leading and directing the culture.
I agree with you. The only thing I'll say that's a little bit different is the J. Coles and the Kendricks in a certain time period were the ones that were held at a high regard, where nowadays they're the ones that are looked at like, well, y'all cool, y'all got them.
Who said that?
I just feel like that's the climate. It's not that anybody has said it. It's like a climate thing. You know what I mean?
I mean, man, nah, they
feel that?
They putting up numbers though.
No, I know. 'Cause, yeah, we support them.
Nobody, they don't get the same. Like, nobody's really playing it in the club.
Anytime.
You don't hear it out like you hear Lil Baby and Gunna. Like,
The Damn record won a Pulitzer, I believe. That
strong.
was, that's
strong.
I mean, yeah, it's all, and then you kind of will gravitate and take notice to the things that you are most attracted to.
Yeah, because my little nephews be in the room.
saying?
I'm on the wrist. I ain't got time. Hey, listen to this. Let's go. Let's go.
We all love to have a good time. We all gonna have a good time. I think that it becomes more of a jewel when you can have a good time and then still be saying something at the same time.
No doubt.
Kind of like Humble. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like that was a record where he was actually he was really
talking some ish.
Yeah. He was really laying it down for the future to be able to say, man, back then this what they was on. And that's an accurate depiction of the times.
No doubt.
I know we gotta go. Did you sign on the family
This the
vacation?
fourth time you
This the family
said-
vacation. You know, listen, I have to ask the female questions. They
I know
ask all
we got
the
to go
hit
eat a deal.
Well, because they keep saying wrap up, but I'm not
we
really
do
paying
gotta wrap
attention.
up.
Okay.
You don't listen.
No, last question. I don't, T.I., you're right. Y'all just came back from Barcelona. I saw the kids want to go somewhere. You said y'all could go wherever y'all want to go. Did y'all decide on the family vacation where you're going to go next?
I haven't been home.
Oh, you haven't been home?
I have not.
Oh, so we see you before your kids. Oh, okay.
Excellent observation. Man. Thank you very much.
I'll leave
T.I., we appreciate you stopping by. Tiny, we appreciate you stopping by. As always, love.
Always love.
T.I. and Tiny in the building, man. You already know it's WDCI.